And away we go. One of my favorite guys of all time, Jackie Gleason. I don't know if you even know this, but The Tonight Show, which everyone remembers, most of us remember from Johnny Carson, it actually started with Jackie Gleason. And Jackie Gleason is one of my comedic and performance idols. His body language, his facial expression, whoa, I love that guy, so, and that was one of his, and away we go is how he used to start things. And then, I'm actually playing around with the thought of asking Frank or someone who has a really unique voice to do like an intro for me. Here's Johnny, like something like that. Maybe Nico will do it for me. You want to do it, Nico? Here's Johnny.
You want me to do that now?
No. I meant like to make a little change the intro to the show, because people are probably so sick of watching the same crap that you won't even use any creativity and get some new stuff going there. So I was thinking about an intro like here. That used to be the Tonight Show open. Johnny Carson. Ed McMahon would say, here.
Put a little something together.
Yeah. Oh, that means he's going to call his buddy who made the new Liquid Lunch, new Liquid Lunch full screen.
That's right. I'm a delegator.
Oh, you just only want to be heard. You see, there's a camera on him right now, but he doesn't even want to show himself.
It's too dark. You can barely see. It's so dark in this house.
Why don't you put the lights on? That might help. All right, listen, we're breezing through the second hour here, and I have put out a plea to Frankie to rejoin us if he can, just to have some fun. But I did, we didn't get the full story right there, and Frank is so near and dear to me. You have no idea, right? And but as I do, we all have our shortcomings, and we're driving around on election night. Yeah, guess what? I actually ran for office. A lot of people, I put posts on Facebook and they go, run, Johnny, run, Johnny, run. I ran once and I got clobbered, just so you know. And I ran as an independent because I'm an independent type of guy, and independents really can't win. But I ran and I got clobbered. In a 7-person race, I came in 4th. So, I'm like mediocre as a candidate. But we put on a hell of a show. I worked my butt off. I got a different voice out there, message to people, which is important. And without Frank and Joe Borelli, actually, New York City councilman, minority whip in the New York City Council, chairman of the Trump New York State re-election campaign committee, Joe Borelli, and Frank Morano were my campaign managers. Okay, so I had the dream team going back then. Still came in 4th. Frank and I were driving around, working on the campaign. I think it might have even been election night. And we're in his car. As we're driving, oh man, I'm out of gas. What? Who runs out of gas? So we pull the car over. And then I said, all right, well, we just passed the station about a few blocks back. We're going to have to walk over there and get some gas. And he says, well, I don't have any money on me. I said, wait a minute. How could you be driving around in a car with no gas and no money in your pocket? What if you, I don't know. But he is quite the creative kid. But I remember that night saying, wow, this guy, he's got it. He don't care. He's going to roll with it. And one of the finest craps players around, and hopefully he and I can get near a crap table this weekend and throw a couple of, I don't care. I'm going to talk about something fun that I want to talk about. I don't care about politics. We have a beautiful audience today. People are tuned in across the board. I don't know why they're not calling in, but that's okay. That's fine also. I'm going to talk about someone I know. My friend Adriana yesterday was telling me that there's this whole new craze, this crazy thing that people are entranced by people who talk really low like this. And they do these Facebook videos where they talk like this, YouTube videos where they talk really low.
Yeah, you're talking about ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR. And then they go, that was the sound of a martini glass hitting the Captain Morgan. Yeah, and this is the sound of a shaker opening.
Oh, thank God Frank's back.
Nico is getting so mad just now. No, Frank, I don't know if you heard about this, but my friend Adriana was telling me yesterday that there's this new thing, ASMR, where people do videos where they talk like super low.
Yeah, no, this is big. I've played these videos on the radio. I played the audio of the videos on the radio, and I actually have some ASMR headphones at home. It's not really my thing. It doesn't have the same effect on me that it does on others.
I don't even get it. She was trying to explain it to me. She was like, well, the lady puts her nails on her teeth and says, this is the sound of porcelain, and she makes the sound. I'm like, why would anybody be sitting there watching that or listening to that? I don't get it.
You listen to it. It's supposed to be soothing to your brain and soothing to your ear, your auditory senses. It's almost like a massage for your brain and for your scalp. A lot of people describe
this scalp needs a massage like nobody's business. Look at this wig I'm working with today. Yeehaw! I thought I was going golfing so I could go hat hair.
Last year during the Super Bowl, they had an ASMR commercial. I don't remember what the product was, but that's when I first learned about it, when they played this ASMR commercial last year.
Oh, the calm?
I think so.
Like where you just hear the water running?
I don't remember which one, but I remember it was a big deal at the time.
Got it. Yeah, Frank, I don't know if you were listening, but was that election night when we were driving around in the car?
Which I was not listening. Which time?
No, on the gasoline night. Was that election night?
No, it was the Saturday or the Sunday before election day.
Ah, okay, so we were close. No, I was just telling the audience, giving them a little more backstory on that, you know, because a lot of people, when I put stuff on Facebook saying, we got to change this, they say, run. Bill Marco's always writing, run, Johnny, run. And other people say, run. And I'm trying to point out to the audience who doesn't know, I ran, and I lost significantly. I came in fourth in the field of 7.
I know, but you know what? I think a lot of your base is first of all, you got put on the ballot the day before the election. Second, a lot of your base is the South Shore of Staten Island, and you none of those people were eligible to vote for you. You ran in the North Shore of Staten Island. So I think if you were to run a race in the South Shore of Staten Island, or an island-wide race, or who knows, maybe even a race that is of wider jurisdiction, and those South Shore tobaccoholics could vote for you, I think you need to.
That's a great name. Maybe I should just register as a Democrat and run for New York State Assembly in Staten Island and try to see if there are really tobaccoholics out there who will vote for me.
I think it's going to be, first of all, it's too late for this year.
It is?
Too late to get on the ballot. Yeah. Oh. But I think if you were to run this year, you'd see in the South Shore such a high turnout for Trump that whoever the Republican nominee is, and in the South Shore, it's Assemblyman Michael Riley, former police officer himself, he is going to win so overwhelmingly that, just because of the Trump coattails, if nothing else.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go against Mike Riley. I saw him the other night. He actually showed his face, which was, it's daring for these people to come out, even as electives, it's daring for them to come out and support cops, right? Because with all this craziness. But, at the Boost the Blue rally the other night that Scott had, Lanza was there. He gave a great rousing speech. Nicole was there. And Mike Riley was there, and Tanusis was there, and DeGuerre was there. So, Max Rose shows up over there, Frankie, for the defund the police. And then the people we care about and care about our community show up to be with the police.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, but hopefully there comes a point where the voters of New York City eventually get frustrated and decide they want some new style leadership.
Yeah, like maybe John Katz, and he's got some decent moderate bona fides too.
That would be great.
We might be a Bloomberg Giuliani moment where John could come in and actually save the city like Trump did 4 years ago. That would be Beautiful. All right. Well, the point I was making when I was talking about my old campaign was, boy, wasn't I lucky. And boy, didn't I have at least a good eye for talent, because I had Joe Borelli, city councilman, minority whip, and chairman of the New York State Trump campaign, and Frank Morano as the two guys leading my campaign. Boy, was I lucky.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And we had a lot of fun. We may not have gotten a lot of votes, but we had a lot of fun.
That's my buddy, Frank Morano. Thanks for calling back in and doing double duty, buddy. We'll take a quick
Absolutely,
break.
John.
Love you,
Enjoy
pal.
the
See you
weekend.
tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, I'll see you then.
We're going to take a quick break and come back with hour 2 right after this.